Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good evening, everyone. This is Zishan Isaac with Zishan on air every Sunday, 6 p.m. and onward. And we are also live with the various social media platforms. So I welcome all the viewers on the social media platform Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. We will be covering a lot of key topics. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. The first news. It's coming directly from Pentagon. They confirmed that 140 U.S. Troops have been wounded in the Iran war, including 8 severely wounded. They also mentioned that the Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell said 108 troops have already returned to duty, while 8 remain severely injured. The figures offer the clearest accounting to date of the toll from Iranian retaliatory rocket and drone attacks that have also killed 7 U.S. troops in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Now, that number has changed now because in the past 24 to 48 hours, this is the seventh um, service member, U.S. service member, soldier killed in Iran, and VP Vance attended the dignified transfer for 7 soldiers killed in Iran, and then killed in this war. He was killed not in Iran, but in the region. Major developments that happened on March 13th, just a couple of days ago. The Israeli military says that it has struck a Hezbollah operation in the Beirut area, Lebanon area, and then the U.S. Refueling plane that crashed in Iraq. That happened in the past 24 to 48 hours. And then Saudi Arabia and the UAE report that they have intercepted drones and missiles. So this is the latest in the casualties. Every war has a price, and especially the human price. You cannot put any kind of dollar amount or price on it because people cannot be replaced, and when they're gone, unfortunately. So all US 6 crew members have been reported killed after refueling plane crashes in Iraq. And this was this plane that people can see in this picture as well. Those who are watching me live on YouTube and Facebook Live and Instagram Live, this is the KC-135. That's the refueling jet. And unfortunately, that basically has crashed in Iraq. 2 foreigners killed in drone crash in Oman. 1 French soldier killed, severely wounded in attack on Iraq military base. So this has also been reported in the news outlets by Reuters. And then the New York Times have reported that at least 17 U.S. sites damaged in war with Iran. That's analysis shows, reported by the New York Times. The Guardian has reported that Iran escalates attacks on infrastructure and transport network across the Gulf. And the new Iran's supreme leader, Mustafa Khamenei, we told you a few weeks ago that he was considered as the next in line, and the Iran's Supreme Council of Clerics, they unanimously nominated him as the next supreme leader. So he has also said on Thursday that the closure of the Strait of Hormuz maritime passage should be continued as a, quote, tool to pressure the enemy, unquote, in his first public statement since being appointed. And he has also been very adamant and very focused in terms of continuing this fight as well. And the Iran's foreign minister, as he has been quoted, that they will end the war when they want to end the war. So a lot of Iranians, especially in the West, they mostly in majority support Shah of Iran, but these Iranians, they left after the revolution or prior to the 1979 revolution. But remember, in 1980 or so, or in the first referendum under Khomeini, the first supreme leader of Iran, there was 98% people in favor of this Iranian system or this Islamic Republic that they have created. So over the years, yes, it has the popularity may have gone down, but it's not like even I would say 80% or 90%. I think it's still probably in the 80 to 90%, or who knows, even higher range, because this war has again united the Iranians. As you can see in this picture as well, the New York Times has reported Iranians crowd in Tehran Square after the announcement of the new supreme leader. There were hundreds and thousands of people. So another, indication that the Iranian Revolutionary Guards and this regime is completely intact, although they have lost 40 people at the top. But the way they have structured it, as it has been reported, and many people have done some analysis on it, that it at the ground roots level, and um, the structure is set up in such a way that there are leaders within each section of the society. And even though Israeli forces and US forces are attacking the checkposts, so basically they are trying to see if Iranians, they are not scared of the regime, and they may just come out and go against their government if there are if there is no police or no checkpoints. But right now it's not working, as it has been reported. The US was responsible for a missile strike, as reported by the New York Times, on an Iranian elementary school. An ongoing military investigation found. The inquiry said the strike, which Iranian officials said killed at least 175 people, most of them children, was the result of a targeting mistake. That is now reported by the New York Times, and the preliminary investigation report that has come out. U.S. at fault in a strike on U.S. elementary school in Iran, preliminary inquiry says. So my heart goes out to all the children and their families. In fact, those children are gone. So the families of those children, and obviously everyone who's losing their lives, from soldiers to even those who may not be considered as the friends of Israel or friends of US, because in war it's a tragedy. And that's where we always try to make sure that all avenues of negotiations and all measures are fully exhausted until people should go to war. And even during negotiations, in fact, it should be a point that by X date or by X time, if these negotiations fail, then we will go and attack. In this particular case, in the middle of negotiations, the Trump administration attacked Iran, and that's where a lot of people are saying it's because of the Epstein files. It could be, or it's also because the approval rating of President Trump is so low that no modern president has been at this low approval rating. So these are the facts, and no matter what side of a political spectrum you belong to, the facts don't change. And that's where the human emotions and the politics and some people, they get swayed very easily when they don't know the facts, or their worldview or their own personal feelings about something or about some leader actually somehow deviate them from the facts and from the truth. So that's basically what I'm sharing here. So I report, you decide. It doesn't matter who you support. What matters is that we try to get the right information, and it's very difficult to get correct information. That's why I research, and our team and I make sure that we quote and research from these credible news organizations. Democracy Now! Has also reported investigation indicate U.S. was responsible for attack on Iran girls' school. And then AP News has reported Iran targets commercial ships, Dubai airport, and oil facilities as concerns grow over global energy. Iran goes to fight on, and you can see the trend here. Reuters, AFP has reported oil tankers burned near Iraq. And then an emergency meeting of the G7 has been called, and it was already called, and now they are releasing millions of barrels of oil, 400 million barrels, they said, and US is releasing 140 million barrels of oil, as it has been reported. Shots fired at US consulate in Toronto. The New York Times has reported, and many US consulates and embassies all over the world have been targeted in some shape or form. And the good news is at least no one has been killed, as it has been reported so far or in the news reports. Foreign nationals flee region as death tolls rise. 570 killed in Lebanon. Iran has said more than 1,300 people, and now the reports are indicating over 2,000 people have been killed. And then the Telegraph has reported 3 cargo ships hit in the Strait of Hormuz. This was just a few days ago. And The Guardian has reported Iran is becoming more defiant in face of US-Israeli onslaught. So here is another key point to remember. People who are not afraid to die, no matter how much you hit them, how hard you hit them, and they were hitting missiles 77 seconds. That has been reported by BBC and by major news outlets, and even on many different discussions on XM Sirius satellite radio on various platforms, and they are defined. So it's sad that people who are making these decisions, they're not understanding that no matter how much hard you're going to hit them, they are not backing down. And even if they back down, let's say, for a period of time in the next coming days or weeks or what have you, this war will continue for decades and ages. And unfortunately, it's very easy to start wars, but it's very difficult to end it. And that's what the major bottom line is, based on all those experts and all those analysts who care for humanity and who care for human life and the sanctity of life, no matter how these warmongers and those who beat the drums of war continue to share their side of the story and continue to convince all of us that war is good for you. War is not good for anyone. And that's what the American people are overwhelmingly, in all different polls, are saying it out loud, that this war is not in favor of America, and Americans are not in favor of this war. The Guardian has also reported Tehran endures worst night of a strike. So this is going on. Pentagon is moving additional Marines warships to the Middle East, and now it has been reported, as you can see, 5,000 more, Marines and servicemen are going and being already deployed in the Middle East on different battleships and warships. Reward up to 10 million for the information on IRGC key members, as it has been reported in various news outlets as well. And Bernie Sanders basically put this on X or on social media platform and on his website, that it's not just Iran, it's Lebanon. In less than 2 weeks, Israel has killed 570 people and displaced 750,000 people. Let's take a moment just to pause here. 750,000, that's almost a million, just 250,000 short of a 1 million. 750,000 people, over 10% of the entire country. That's Lebanon. Residential buildings are being bombed with no warning. The US cannot continue to be complicit in Netanyahu's wars. And for past 4 to 5 days, internet is full of this rumor that Netanyahu is no more. And some are saying he's in the bunker, but we don't have any confirmed credible reports that he's dead as we speak. United States to release 172 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, that is directly from the Department of Energy. And IEA, which is the International Energy Agency, announces release of 400 million barrels of oil. But is it enough? And that's basically the key question. Trump triggers world financial panic as war chaos spirals. MSN has reported, NBC News poll has reported. Do you think that the United States should have or should not have taken military action against Iran? So should not have 52%, should have 41%, and not sure 7%. And these are the latest polls. Unlike past US conflicts, Iran attack is opposed by most Americans. So World War II, imagine 1941, 97%. And right now, people who are in favor of this war, Iran war in 2026, 41%. Even Libya intervention was 47%. Grenada in 1983 was 83%. Kosovo, 58%, Iraq was 76%, and the Persian Gulf War 82%. So this is another key report. MarketWatch has reported YouTube is now the world's largest media company, and it is only getting bigger. So this is great news, especially for all of you watching me live on social media, as well as on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. And we are very happy, and I'm very happy and blessed to have your support, and continue to subscribe if you're not subscribed my YouTube channel. ABC News, FBI warns Iran aspire to attack California with drones in retaliation for war. That's the alert ABC News has reported, September 2025 bulletin. So I would highly encourage everyone, if you see something, say something. We want to see our country safe. We want to see our cities, our neighborhoods, our counties safe, and we are living in a very difficult times. World, the WSJ, the Wall Street Journal, Gemini said that they could only be together if he killed himself. Soon he was dead. So this is AI. Another person is now dead because of the suicide. And unfortunately, this is another news that I came across. And for Texas, and especially for Spring area and for Houston, Greater Houston area, ExxonMobil board unanimously recommends re-domiciling their company from New Jersey to Texas, and they're moving to Houston suburb, or I would say the area called Spring. And also would like to talk a little bit about this situation with regards to Gemini, right? So that's basically has been reported. I'll take your calls after 6:30. Lawsuit alleges Google's Gemini guided man to consider, quote, mass casualty, unquote, event before suicide. That's the latest. And then what has also been reported in different search results, the death of former OpenAI researcher and whistleblower Shushir Balaji. He was a former OpenAI researcher who became a whistleblower, rejoining the company's regarding the company's data practices. So that's something that was certainly shocking as well. And he was found dead in the San Francisco apartment on November 26, 2024 from a single gunshot wound. And then the discussion of this other story with the Google side a statement that it sends its quote deepest sympathies to Mr. Gavala's family and is reviewing the claims in the lawsuit. And you can read more about that. And then previously OpenAI is also facing this lawsuit with the family of another person who basically committed suicide, where OpenAI ChatGPT provided full support in terms of how he should commit suicide. So very sad, and my thoughts and prayers go out to these families. And I also would urge and strongly encourage, with whatever small voice I have, but with your support, that we need to continue to raise awareness and put pressure on these companies so they have some sort of AI governance boards and a board or people that it needs to be regulated properly, and also some regulations, balanced regulations, so our kids and everyone, especially young people, are protected and they remain safe with technology. Wall Street Journal, airfares have doubled on some flight. The sticker shock for spring travel is upon us, and you can see these numbers. 5 reasons oil prices won't snap back from Iran war. Politico has reported. It's not just mine, and it's not just Iran. You can read more about it. It takes two to tango, physical aspect of it, and then obviously the key aspect of, quote, probably the worst recession that anyone has seen since the 1930s. The R word, recession word, is coming back. And then today is the 16th day of this war, but when this article was posted and published, 9 days into operation, epic mistake. Oil prices have doubled with all commodities are skyrocketing. He wrote on X. This was Syed Abbas Arakchi, the foreign minister of Iran. Here is what to know about Iran's Kurd island. This has been fully destroyed, as President Trump has said, but he said that we have not attacked the oil depot over there, but some other oil depots, as it has been reported, were attacked in other parts of Iran. It could get worse. This is another situation where it may get worse, and we just have to continue to pressure these people who we have elected into office at the local, state, and federal level. And then the Telegraph reported these headlines with regards to panic-stricken markets are losing faith in Donald Trump, and then fears of food shock rise as midterms loom. That's another situation is developing where we may not see immediate food shortages, but they're saying by September. I hope that information is wrong, but it's definitely concerning. So with that, I would like to thank our key advertisers. And first of all, Affordable Insurance of Texas, aitinsurance.com. You can go online, aitinsurance.com. 713-785-4000 is their number. 713-785-4000. You can buy and get a quote for auto insurance, commercial insurance, business insurance, homeowners insurance. Visit them. They've been in business for decades. aitinsurance.com, www.aitinsurance.com, or call. They have many locations in Houston, greater Houston area, in Texas, various cities. 713-785-4000. The festival of Eid, which is the day after Ramadan, when fasting ends, comes, and many people, they buy new clothes. So for men, women, and even those who are marrying, brides and grooms, and children of all age groups, go to Roop Sari Palace. You can visit them, roopsari.com, online, and you can schedule a virtual tour, a video tour, and for that you can just call 832-267-0065, 832-267-0065. Chennai, Texas, for catering needs. They've been in business for over 25 years. 713-953-1388 is their number, 713-953-1388. Go to ChennaiTexas.com, contact Mr. Shahid Ali, and they are at Hillcroft, 713-953-1388. Chennai Restaurant and Catering, and for all your catering needs, contact Chennai Restaurant. And also for your charity and donations, contact hhrd.org/Ramadan, or just go to hhrd.org and you can donate, your charity, or they call it zakat as in the religious terms. So you can also donate by going to hhrd.org. So with that, I'm signing off, and continue to join us with Legacy Media as well, and Nexus Big Baller Sports. With that, thank you. See you next time.